Hey, I'm George with Movieweb. How are you, Katie?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I want to start by asking you. You're usually in the thick of the action. Most of the things I've seen with you. This one, you have a slightly different role. It's kind of like the guy in Rambo who, like, the relationship sends him back in, stuff like that.
hmm
I'm curious what it was like to step into something like that and kind of be in a slightly different part. And also, there's a little
Yeah.
more comedy to this than some of your usual action fare.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's the challenge, I'm very comfortable in action, very comfortable throwing and taking punches. So to be the straight man of a project is a challenge for me. I really wanted to make sure that Catherine felt like she was a part of the action, but also dispensing a lot of information for the audience. Without that, you definitely need Catherine to make sure you know where you are in the story and in the project. And so that's challenging, make sure that she's interesting, and that there's more to her than just the phone call, the person on the end of the phone dispensing the information.
Yeah, yeah, it's a different kind of challenge, right? Not as physical.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear you discuss because there is so much rumor and speculation about what's going on with Bo Katan these days, what she's coming back, what she's up to, where she's been. I'm sure there's not much detail you can share. If there's anything you can tell us, that'd be great. But how do you react to all the fan energy? I know you love it, but like it's so much, right? And there's so much speculation.
There is so much. There's so much, but if it wasn't there, we'd have a problem. And I love that. I love fandom. I think that any escape that we can experience in our daily lives, from the rat race, that makes you feel alive and get your imagination going, is so important to who we are as human beings. And so I love it. I absolutely love it. I can promise you, you haven't seen the last of Bo Katan, but that's about all I can say.
Nice. Well, we're happy to hear it. We've got Bo Katan action figures around us here.
I love
Um,
that.
you've done a lot of voice work.
Yeah.
I'm curious in iconic roles, Poison Ivy, Silk Spectre, Bo initially. Like, can you talk a little bit about where that's a separate skill set, something you've really thrived doing, jumping into compared to,
Yeah.
being live action?
I love voice work. I tell actors all the time when they're starting out to do as much voiceover that you could possibly do, because it teaches you so much about, to bring it back to Catherine, how much you can convey with a voice without your face giving it away. It teaches you how to move your control your voice and move it in ways that show different emotion without showing and giving away what you're thinking. I love it. I think it's a really, really fun thing. Um, and I just gotta, it's so much fun to play characters you'd never get to play. Like, I play a character named Bitch Puddin'. That's like an 8-year-old crazy, villain in the Strawberry Shortcake world. Like, what? That is so weird. It's so
But
weird.
you also I mean, Bo's a perfect example, but you brought to life something you voiced. And I think you could do that with some of these other things too. Do you ever think about that or think about like, oh, I'd love to with
Yeah.
Poison Ivy, with Silk
I would love
Spectre?
to play Poison Ivy. I think Karen Gillan and I would have to brawl each other for that honor. And but there's a vulnerability to her that I've never seen portrayed, and I really, really want to dive. I would love to dive into who she is. I think that's something that to see the humanity in her, is that would be intoxicating.
Well, I got to wrap, but I want to thank you because you bring so much joy and passion to everything you've ever done. And it's really fun
Thank
to see
you.
you show up and stuff. So
Oh, I
thanks again.
appreciate that. Thank you
Have a
so
great
much.
rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.